Hello, everyone. Welcome to our bracket live stream. I'm Dylan. Hi. Just me today is the plan for this. Gonna try out a stream just on my own. Although, in theory, could have guests when this sort of thing happens. Hello to everyone watching. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Make sure it sees me. There we go. Yes. But hi, people watching the chat. Hi, people watching on the VOD. This is a overly animated live stream. We're going to be doing potentially more of these. That's kind of the idea. And we're trying out a bracket here. It's March, which is supposedly bracket season. Sup to Bob in the chat. I'm going to be looking at the chat if you want to talk there. There's potentially audience participation for this, as you'll see the criteria to the left of me on the screen. Yeah, we're trying out some more live streams here and wanted to do this. I actually can't remember why I decided to do either this topic or the bracket, but I was originally going to do tier lists, and then I think the bracket is more fun than the tier lists. Hey, Andrew. So we are here to talk about these animation Mean Girl characters. Interesting, by the way, I don't have headphones on. I was like, well, I don't actually have to wear headphones because no one is talking to me. I'm not listening to anything right now, so that is weird. But yes, Mean Girl characters, and I've pre-created this bracket that you'll see here, and this is on Bracket Fights. If you see me look over there, that's where the monitor I have the bracket on. I have made this with help from our Discord. We picked the pool of characters. There's some others that aren't here. So we're gonna go over who didn't make it, who did make it. I'll explain kind of why I put these ones here. Hey, Jeremy from Chile. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna go over the field. We're gonna talk about this. But yeah, I created the bracket. I seeded the characters. But let me see what I have written down here. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to make sure you catch our live streams, you can turn on notifications. I think it also shows up in the subscriptions tab when we have a live stream schedule. We're going to try to schedule them in advance. Maybe more brackets this month. I wanted to say I am open. Hey, Angel. I know Eliza. Look, we're rooting for her, but she's a lower seed on here. We'll see. We'll go over all these. We could have some upsets, but we're potentially do brackets this season. I could be joined by people too. So if you have bracket ideas, you can. There's this website, Bracket Fights. It connects to the Tier Maker website, I think. So you can, I think, port over anything on Tier Maker into this Bracket Fights. And if you have ideas, you can comment anywhere and or post on our Discord or wherever, and we'll potentially look into doing them. I'm interested in kind of fun ones, maybe more than like who's best. Look, this is going to be tough. We stan all these characters. I don't know if there's anyone who I do not stan. I guess everyone hates Lila, and then we have Boscha, who people might like or not like, but everyone else is going to be fan favorites here. So yeah, if you have bracket ideas, you can send those my way in any form. Okay, so yeah, Mean Girls. So we talk a lot about this on the podcast, Mean Girl characters. It's one of my favorite type of character archetypes, and I did look for this on TV tropes, and they call it something else, which is involving the B word, which if you want to see their examples, I do not like their name for it, but they have some... you can see like all the various examples they have there. But so I was trying to define Mean Girls. There's some weird choices on here. So I came up with fabulous bully is my 2-word description. So those are two. If any character kind of vaguely meets those criteria, there's obviously some reformed Mean Girls on here. So bully does not need to be constant. It can just be for now. or if in the beginning. But fabulous, some sort of flair to them, and then they're mean to the main character. Usually, this is like the rival character. I think that's traditionally like the other. The popular girl at school is probably the traditional one. There's definitely some traditional examples here and some more out there ones. There's some mean boys, some villains. So we came up with a list. Let's go over some of the ones who didn't make it, but I was considering. So speaking of villains, I think Katra is one you could maybe put on here. I thought, for me, villains, like if someone's like the primary antagonist at a certain point, that's going to be that didn't feel like a mean girl to me. Although, maybe Jamack is that. I'm not sure. But primary antagonist, I feel like it's more of a rival type character. But it's ultimately like what it felt like the most, I think. I was considering Ponyhead from Star vs. the Force of Evil. Also, Brittany from Star vs. Force of Evil is a classic one, but I feel like that character is so minor. Ponyhead, I feel like Ponyhead's a mean girl, but I don't know. Sissy from Code Lyoko, I liked that suggestion. Diana from Little Witch Academia. I don't remember how mean girl she was. I need to rewatch Little Witch Academia, but I chose to go just Western current, so that simplified things a little bit, just because most of them were anyway. So Trixie Tang, I feel like, is a classic example from Fairly Odd Parents. But I chose to just go with more current ones. I feel like Trixie might even win this if she were involved here. And then other ones we had Azula. That's like a Katra type suggestion, I feel like. I think Azula's maybe closer, but I chose to go current anyway, but that was interesting, Azula. Yellow Pearl from Steven Universe, a little minor, but we could have put her on there. And then Tasma from Mysticons, but we went with a different Mysticons character instead. Yeah, Lapis is one of the weirder choices here. We'll talk about it. And then I feel like Lapis, Jamack, Stuck Chuck, or Yaotl, obviously, are probably the weirdest choices on this bracket. So let's get into them as we go through the matchups. But yes, and then the criteria. That's the last thing we want to talk about here is instead of just picking my favorite, we're going to do 5 points. Whoever gets to 3 points first in a matchup is going to win. Who's meaner? Who's more fabulous or more flair? Like, those are the 2-word criteria I came up with. Who's like the better character? Who's my favorites? Those first 4 I'm determining, but if you guys can post feedback in the chat and maybe influence the decision here as I go through them. And then 5 is the audience pick. So once I put the matchup on the screen, like at the top here, post just the name of the person who you think should win, and then that'll be the audience pick, whoever has more. We'll see how many are participating, but we want some feedback as well. We have our first matchup here. This is you'll see as we go. So this is Chloe. And we're actually going to go into matchup mode. It actually puts their pictures bigger. I will say I think there's a newer website. It goes down the left, and then it does like the next round. It does the whole left side before it does the right. So I'm gonna not do matchup mode for this side for the first round. But if Bracket Fights is watching, I'd like to be able to choose my next matchup mode rather than just go down. I don't know if I'm missing something. Okay, so Chloe from Miraculous Ladybug, Summer from Rick and Morty. Summer's an interesting choice here. She ended up making it on as the 16 seed versus Chloe, the 1 seed. I ranked them by seeding just by like how much I was like, they're definitely getting on this bracket. It's not necessarily me determining who's the better mean girl already. It's just like who's definitely going to be on the bracket. Chloe, classic prototypical current mean girl character. Like, she's definitely here. Summer was one of the weirder picks, but I think that she is mean to Rick and Morty, although they definitely deserve it. So we don't really think of her in that capacity. And I think that she has some flair to her. But Chloe is the classic kind of school rival to Marinette, and I think Chloe's going to be a favorite here in the bracket. I don't know if she's the favorite, but she is pretty mean. We always talk about how much Chloe causes akumatizations in Miraculous Ladybug. Does Chloe having maybe reforms more recently knock her down a peg? I mean, I still think she wins the mean matchup here, but she's not as mean as some of these people. That being said, I think right now is a great time for Chloe to be in this bracket because kind of vague spoilers for the end of Ladybug season 3, but she has regressed a little bit here. She is not fully reformed yet. It was looking like she would be nicer, but I don't think that's happening at the moment. Yeah, so okay, Chloe won Bob's pre-selection. Yes, see if anyone had predictions. But I think Chloe, and there's a few other heavy hitters here, but so yeah, Chloe is at arguably at her meanest right now. So this is a great time for her to be in this bracket. I'm gonna say Chloe is more fabulous as well. I think Summer is too, but I'm a noted big Chloe fan. I actually don't think she's clearly the better character. I think Summer's pretty great. It's interesting. That's true. She has a transformation. Summer probably has had transformations in random episodes. We do love Chloe's transformation sequence. It is probably the best of like the originals. I don't know. They keep getting better. Basically, we do love Chloe's transformation. So I don't know. Better character. It's honestly not clear. I do think Chloe's a good character, but Summer's really good in Rick and Morty, and they've spent a lot of energy on her in more recent seasons. In increasing her role on the show, making her better. So we can put that 50-50. My favorite would be Chloe, though. So she's already going to win, and we have a Chloe vote looking like the Chloe vote in the chat. So, I don't know if Marinette would call Chloe fabulous, but I think that her fans would here. So we're gonna pick on Chloe as she gets at least 3 of these points here. And you see she advanced up here. And we have our next matchup as both Ladybugs. I didn't rank them based on... yes, we had another Chloe. Good. Yeah, Chloe's certainly in more of the mean girl role. But that's not going to be a deal breaker here. We could have a non-mean girl type be the winner of the brackets. I didn't intentionally put Lila and Chloe in the same kind of region. And we also have an Owl House matchup. Again, not intentional. But here we have Lila versus Mallory from Mysticons. That's going to be the character you're least familiar with here. It depends. I mean, if it's our audience, then everyone knows Mysticons. But considering Tasma from Mysticons, but Mallory, I think, pretty typical mean girl. She is more of a villain than like a rival, but she is super mean. Yet, I don't think anyone can be more... Oh, I was going to change the matchup at the top. That's right. So let me remember to do that as we go. I don't think anyone can be more mean than Lila. I think that is... you could argue she should beat everyone on this bracket in terms of meanness. Okay, did that work? Yes. Although it is... Okay. Let's see how much trouble I have with OBS as we are changing text on the fly here. I think I just have to do that. Yeah. Okay. Lila, I think, honestly, Mallory is one of the meaner characters here. So I think that's interesting. I don't know if anyone is remembering Mallory and she doesn't come into the show until later. I don't know. I'm going to say Mallory's more fabulous, though, honestly. I mean, look at her hero outfit, and she wears Diva as, as a scarf. I mean, I think you got to go that one. But I actually also think Mallory's the better character than Lila. Lila's pretty one-dimensional at the moment. We're hoping that her role is increased. But I have a lot of reverence for the characterization in all of the Mysticons characters. So this is actually kind of close as we're going through it here. I do think this is the 8-9 matchup. My favorite character... It's tough. They're both really good. We can let me know in the chat if you start having a pick here as we're going through it. Probably Mallory is a favorite, but maybe Lila's a mean girl. Could argue Lila's more of a villain. But I don't know. It's a tough one. So who do we had? We had Lila for meaner. Mallory for more fabulous. Mallory for better character. I could just decide it with my favorite. Probably either is losing to Chloe. Do we want to see the Lila Chloe matchup? Lila would beat Chloe in terms of meanness. I think that's what would happen. But I you know, I'll get start. You can if you want to start voting earlier as we're getting to the matchup, you guys can do that. But I'm gonna tap Breakin' in favor of Mallory anyway. In terms of my favorite here, give some Mysticons love. I don't think people are gonna be upset Lila going out early. Maybe Lila should win the bracket because she's mean, but we'll say Mallory. Yeah, a lot of people haven't seen Mysticons too, so I'm not surprised here. As we're going to start to bring up the Owl House matchup. So let me get to that on the screen. Generally not a great idea to have like text changing constantly during a live stream, but we're trying it here. Okay. OBS very picky with the spaces. Amity, they're both from the Owl House. Amity and Boscha from the Owl House. The classic rivals matchup here from Wing It Like Witches. So this is interesting. Amity in this bracket, she's the 4 seed here. That's because, I mean, if it was terms of like character prominence in terms of my favorite, Amity would be like number 1. Or, I also really love a few of these characters. But Amity, pretty quickly not the not the mean girl role in the show. She starts off as the rival. She starts off characterized kind of mean, but it's pretty quickly fallen into more of a traditional supporting friend type role to lose. I think she has like a mean girl personality, aesthetic to her, but I'm interested if what people think about Amity in this bracket. Amity as a mean girl. She at least like has the start. She starts off as that, has the trajectory as it. Yeah, Boscha is more of the mean girl, says Sarah, of the show. Yeah, that's true. Boscha stays in the mean girl role. I mean, the thing with Boscha in this bracket is she is like arguably the worst character of this. I'm looking around. She's like the least developed character so far. It's only been one season, but she's pretty minor. The beginning of Wing It Like Witches is really great with her. That's her like shining moment. So Boscha's meaner, yeah. More fabulous, yeah. I think we're going Amity. Look, Boscha's pretty good. Look, Amity is better at looks. I mean, more eyes. Does that does that mean better looks? Like she can look more at people. Amity's the better character. I'm gonna say she's more fabulous too, and my pick will go to Amity. I don't think Amity's gonna win this bracket because I don't think she's stayed a mean girl long enough. But I think we got to give her the win over Boscha. That would be pretty cruel if that didn't happen. And I think the chat is on the side of Amity as well. So let's keep going here. I don't know why it scrolls down. Sorry, Boscha. Let's bring up the next one here. As I have to, this is Pacifica versus Lapis. We're going to talk about Lapis as a mean girl because I was trying to think of mean girls from Steven Universe, and Lapis is the first one that came to mind. She's not really a rival. Yes, Amity has the fabulous dancing, fabulous all around. Let's say that. I think you don't. So Ali said you don't have to be mean to win. That's just one of the 5 criteria, right? Like it's just mean girl. It's just one component is being mean. So Lapis, I don't think she's mean. I think she is. I mean, she at the beginning she's pretty like I would say Lapis is like aloof. She can make snide comments. That's a classic mean girl type thing. She is has at times is in a little bit of a villainous position, vaguely, but not quite a villain. That I'm interested in what people think of Lapis as a mean girl. I don't think she's in a traditional mold here. Pacifica is like the clear stereotypical mean girl. Not much of a character for most of Gravity Falls. She's probably the oldest character on here in terms of show age. But I had to put Pacifica in. I mean, I think she's a classic. But she gets like at least 1 or 2 good episodes in season 2. Yeah, there are other Lapises. Yeah, there's the is one of them is nice. I feel like, but yeah, does Lapis stand for all Lapises? Yeah, and was there submitting? Can you submit to this website? I don't even know how it works, but oh yeah, in terms of potential characters. So yeah, I mean, look, that I put Lapis as 12 because she's not gonna win, and she's she's not a typical Mean Girl mold, but I think it's interesting at least to consider her. There are other characters who probably have a better chance who aren't in the typical mold, but I think she's like maybe a Mean Girl, but not like the Mean Girl. Seems like Chad is on. I don't know if we have any pro Pacifica vibes going on right now, but we have people at least not necessarily thinking Lapis fits the Mean Girl mold quite as much. I do think Lapis might be meaner at times. What does Pacifica really do? I mean, it's been a while since I've watched Gravity Falls, but what has she really done wrong here? Probably a lot. I think Lapis is more fabulous, and she's the better character. That's 2 points there. Yeah, I mean, I agree. She's more angry and sad, but, there's also haters. Maybe this is the Lapis hater position, more than mean. Lapis, I think more fabulous and a better character. So we're going to, Pacifica's going to have to sweep the last 3 categories here. Yes, Paradox tape recorder. I vaguely remember that. Problem with talking about Steven Universe now is starting to forget earlier stuff. But well, the problem is Lapis is my favorite in terms of a character. Well, we can say Pacifica is my favorite as a Mean Girl. I mean, I always talk about Pacifica in the Mean Girl parlance. And seems like the audience is probably on the side of Pacifica here. Who's meaner? That's going to decide this. Who's meaner? I don't know. I think meaner. I think Lapis has done worse things, but Pacifica is meaner in general. I don't think mean means you have to worst person. Although I think Lapis is a great person. She's just had a rough past. And Pacifica's just a kid. So we'll go Pacifica here. I think she's gonna win squeak by in this matchup. And Pacifica versus Amity is a classic too. Okay, so Bracket Maker or Bracket Fights wants us to complete the round, but we want to go to the next round 1 matchup. Yeah, there's that one party episode with Dipper, at the mansion. I think that was her big episode. Okay. We were weighing in on, we're agreeing with Pacifica. So let's go to the top right of the bracket. Susie and Yaotl. Mini golf, yes, that was good too. Don't remember what Pacifica did in that, but definitely in need of a Gravity Falls rewatch. Okay. Oh, Aquamarine. That's a good one. I didn't think of her. Yeah. I mean, she's more of a villain, but I think she's kind of a typical Mean Girl. Okay, maybe Aquamarine would have won that matchup. I think she probably would have. Okay, that was a good one. But we have Susie from Summer Camp Island versus Yaotl from Onyx Equinox. Get to Susie in a minute. You might be thinking, why is Yaotl, who is a jaguar, a black jaguar, on this bracket? And I think it's pretty hilarious to consider Yaotl to be a Mean Girl. Probably a lot of people have not watched Onyx Equinox, which is on Crunchyroll and is a great show. But Yaotl takes the position of the animal companion to. By the way, we're talking about Steam Universe. I didn't even bring Pumpkin into the picture. I just have Pumpkin here. I don't know if there's a place to put him, but I just grabbed Pumpkin for some reason. I don't think I have plushes of any of the. These are all people, so I don't think that we have any. But Yaotl takes the role of just constantly insulting the main character, Izel, and kind of just bullying him constantly, which is pretty hilarious. Not a girl, but as we're about to see, we have a few not girls on here, and that's fine. Yaotl is a jaguar. We're not going to get into spoilers from later, but I feel like in some ways a very typical Mean Girl, but just in the position of a traveling companion to cause maximum pain to Izel. Pumpkin probably has done some Mean Girl things. The pumpkins were pretty annoying at times. I think that counts. Susie from Summer Camp Island. Kind of like the teen girl, even though she's centuries old, who does kind of pick on Oscar and the main characters in Summer Camp Island. That's potentially another show people haven't seen. That's on HBO Max. That's another very good one. But it's interesting. I put Susie as the 2 seed. She's not a traditional Mean Girl role. The other thing is Susie's gotten a lot more human characterization recently. So I think Susie, not that mean in terms of recent episodes. I think Yaotl is definitely meaner. Although Yaotl also, Yaotl by the end of the season is very nice. So that's a spoiler, I guess. But so I don't know about that quite as much. But it is a little unclear on who's meaner, who's more fabulous. We'll say Susie. I think Yaotl's pretty fabulous. I think it would be very funny if Yaotl advanced in this bracket. But Susie is the better character, although Yaotl's great. And I'll say Susie's my favorite as well. I do really like Susie. I think she has a chance here in this bracket, depending on how we view her as a mean girl. And interested is if you guys have a pick here. But yeah, Susie, I think that she, she's kind of a main character, kind of not like in an antagonistic role, but like more of an authority figure than a bully specifically. She does bully Oscar. Does this make her? Hello, Burrito. Hello, Delaney. And you're here in time for 2 shows that you don't watch, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know. Susie is a mean girl. I think it's something to consider. She could win this quadrant. This isn't probably the strongest quadrant for mean girls. But I think she is mean. She is, a girl, except she's like ancient, so I don't know. And she is pretty fabulous. So hard to beat Susie in fabulousness, I would say. Lake from Infinity Train is interesting. Yeah, there's some potential Infinity Train picks. Burrito knows who Susie is. That's impressive. Jamack, I don't think Jamack's getting out of the first round, but we'll get to him. You have to see who Jamack's playing against. But yeah, so I think we're going to go Susie here unless people have other strong feelings. But watch Onyx Equinox. I definitely think so. My Onyx Equinox, it's very like fast-paced first 2 episodes, or first episode at least. Then it's a little slow. Then last 6 episodes, it's really incredible. That's like every show in the first season. And hopefully season 2, hopefully they release High Guardian Spice, etc. Crunchyroll issues will give Susie the win here over Yaotl as we start to put up the text for the next matchup, which is one of my faves and one of my new faves, so it's interesting. We have Weiss from RWBY against Stuck Chuck from Kid Cosmic, another hilarious one to consider as a mean girl. So I just finished Kid Cosmics. This is very recent. This just came out on Netflix last month. Stuck Chuck is an alien who is it takes various forms over the season, but is stuck in the trailer in the ground and cannot move, and his role is to just roast the main character the whole time. So bully, yes, I think he's very fabulous. I think it's I was just very tickled at the thought of him as a mean girl here. Weiss, Kid Cosmic, also very good, by the way. I'd also definitely recommend that show. Weiss, I think, is never in a traditional mean girl role in RWBY. Go off my Eevee cup holder on here from Japan. Weiss is mean in the beginning of RWBY. I hate to talk about RWBY, but we didn't have to put Weiss on here, but we did. Mean in the beginning of RWBY. Weiss is very nice now. So this is the most reformed. I mean, RWBY's like the deepest into the show we have of these kind of reformed mean girls. Oh, is my thing paused? Interesting. I have a million tabs here. Okay, I see now. Yeah, Weiss. Is Weiss a mean girl? I mean, Weiss is never in the rival role. She's always like a main character. I think that's kind of what makes Weiss really interesting, is she's kind of in the secondary lead while kind of being a mean girl. Mitch is right on the screen. I mean, he's very small, but yeah, Mitch is in the last matchup. Can you see my cursor? I think, yeah, here. I think Stuck Chuck is meaner than Weiss, although Weiss was very mean and discriminatory in the first 2 seasons, so you could argue Weiss. But Weiss being so mean now, or so nice now, I mean, she's like the nicest character on the show at this point. I think you have to give that to Stuck Chuck. I think Weiss is more fabulous though, and the better character. And my favorite, Yeah, people are supporting Weiss as being a mean girl in the beginning. Okay, okay. Um, me, yeah, Mitch and Jamack is the matchup. I didn't plan it, but that's a heavy hitter. So even though Weiss is less mean, I'm gonna give her more fabulous, better character and my favorite. Um, I do love Stuck Chuck though, and I'm interested if he's in season 2 of the show because I didn't see him at the end. I don't know, vague spoiler. Well, we're going Weiss here. Okay. The YouTube chat I put in OBS is not updating, so I have to remember to click back here. It is gonna hurt. Okay, we're doing our next matchup though. Um, Let me get that one. I don't think this is a clear cut one. So let's update this. Amphibia coming back tomorrow. We're very excited. Or no, it's only Thursday. Coming back in 2 days. We're very excited. Look, we picked Weiss. We did it. I am like 30 seconds ahead, I think, of chat. So I need to leave some time to vote. But once it goes up on the screen, you can start voting. Okay, we have Sasha from Amphibia versus Eliza from Craig of the Creek. I wish if Eliza was one of the more minor characters on here, not like Sasha is a main character either, but got the Craig of the Creek love going with Eliza. I do think Eliza is a typical mean girl, I mean, you can't. I don't think you can get more fabulous than Eliza. I mean, what does fabulous mean? Because Sasha is, battle hardened fabulous. I think it's different types. I do think Sasha's the better character just because she's a little more prominent. We're not even in the semifinals. I mean, yeah, it's true. It's only been 34 minutes, but the matchups are, it's going to hurt more. Yeah, but especially for potentially picking against Lies. But look, we'll go through the criteria here. We'll see. Meaner. That's tough. I think Eliza literally had like a party where she invited to try to get the peasants of the creek to fight against each other. I think it's hard to be meaner than that. So that's just like on the bad side, but not really any. I don't know. It's actually unclear heading into where we are, what's going on with Sasha. That's the big hook for the second half of the season, so that's exciting. She kind of is in an antagonistic role, but she's like in a not position of power, and then she takes control of her situation, and she struggles to go away from that. I think Eliza's meaner. I think that's clear. Actually, talking this through, and I do think she's more fabulous. But we'll see if she wins the other three. So let's see if we have picks in the chat. Do you think Sasha's the better character? I will reserve my favorite. This is tough. I mean, we did just put Amphibia roles in the Discord, and I chose Sasha, so that's kind of tough. Do love Eliza, but probably, I mean, honestly, I would say Sasha my favorite if I had to pick. Yeah, I don't know if Sasha has good intentions. I think it's unclear. I'm an Amphibia casual, so I don't know if I'm forgetting some things about where we are, but I think it's a little unclear what's going on with Sasha right now. She's mean. Oh yeah, I think Sasha's a mean girl that like totally in the flashbacks. Which is interesting. To the human, she's their friend. She's kind of like a wife. She's kind of like their friend, but is like clearly mean and not a good influence on Anne. And the whole thing is like Anne being like, maybe I shouldn't go along with these not great friends. But at least, very least Sasha, because it seems like Marcy is good right now, but we'll see. Probably either of these people is losing to Mitch. Let's be real as we start to look at Mitch here. But last calls for posting your pick on this matchup. I'm not sure. What was it? What was the score? Meaner and more fabulous was Eliza. Better character, my favorite was Sasha. So we'll give it a second here. We can start to set up this Jamack Mitch matchup, which is intense. By the way, 37 minutes into I do a live stream on my own. I realize I have to talk straight for that long. So I don't know here. Oh, we have I Love Drake and Josh. Okay. Azula. Yeah, I said Azula in the beginning. Did not make the cut. I thought it was unclear whether Azula was a mean girl, because she's a straight villain at some points. Yeah, we know where Angel is. We have the vote. Look, I love Drake and Josh, our #1 YouTube commenter by hearts. I think that's a YouTube feature, so I think that's the audience pick. I think that's how it works. So I think that puts Eliza over Sasha here in a big upset in the first round. I think that's a 3-2 vote. So we're putting Eliza through. We'll see if she can pull it off. But that's a big win, her winning one matchup here. Yeah, but it's interesting. So people did think Azula was... What do you think? Is Catra a mean girl? Is Azula a mean girl? It's tough. Okay, let's get Mitch and Jamack on the screen. Not intentional putting these two titans of modern animation together, but we did it. Let's do this. Not centered. Okay, there we go. She made it. Eliza did it. Okay. Mitch and Jamack. So Mitch is from Tanya. Tanya's on to Catra. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, Catra would win the mean criteria. I'll say that. She'd beat all of them at being mean. Although she's reformed, so I don't know. Okay, here's the deal. Mitch is a big heavyweight in this bracket because we at some point on the podcast we decided Mitch was a mean girl, and that was hilarious. And it's not really. I mean, other than him being a boy, he's the straight up mean girl position on the show. He is like a rival character. He's certainly been humanized. Jamack also been humanized in Kipo. You know, we don't know. Pending additional glitch check episodes, we don't know where Mitch is strictly going, but you can kind of tell. Yeah, look, and we're not awarding our favorite. We're awarding the best mean girl. That's the point of the exercise. Who's the best mean girl here? Mitch is I think meaner than Jamack for most of glitch checks, but he is such a mean girl. Jamack is a mean girl. He's more of the reformed villain type of role, but he's pretty he is like a rival dynamic with Kipo, and is pretty can say mean things and be a bully. So I think Jamack is an interesting qualifier. I think Mitch is more of a clearly a mean girl, but Mitch is meaner and more look, more fabulous is really tough here. Jamack has the suit. He's a frog. We love that. You love to see that. But look at the Jamack's the teddy bear. It is true. Mitch is also, we know Mitch is a teddy bear underneath though. Messing up the old glasses here that I'm trying to use. Mitch is look at that hair, and he has new hair. Is this his new hair in this picture? It's not the big version, so we'll see later. I think it's probably his old hair. He's a hairstyle change just in the first 2 seasons. Wonderful. Mitch is more fabulous. I mean, yeah. Jamack has mean girl energy. I like that. Yeah. Who's also kind of your friend. Pogger's insta win. Explain. Is this a gaming? Or does he win in your heart because he's a gamer? Burrito. Are you Burrito on here or are you Delaney on here? We need to clarify. But yeah, look, meaner Mitch, more fabulous Mitch, better character Jamack. My favorite, I'll say Mitch as a mean girl, Jamack as a character. So we're gonna put Mitch through here. But Mitch is the most fabulous. How are you more fabulous than Mitch? He really is. The straight up fabulous. I think that's actually a very fabulous matchup coming up next. Okay, so now we can go back to matchup mode. We're gonna have to redo these matchups, but let's make sure we pick the same people. Already forgot Mallory won. It was that long ago. Okay, that's our next matchup. There we go. So we'll finish off the left side. We'll do what they want to do. So let's pull up our next matchup here. Yeah, Jamack. Okay, so people in favor of Jamack being a mean girl, but let's get Chloe versus Mallory. Maybe this will I would say maybe this will get people to watch Mysticons, but it's not on streaming still. Still. Let's get Mallory up here. Okay. Updated. 1 versus 8. Okay. I do think Mitch versus Chloe is a likely scenario, but we can't speed through this. We have to take it step by step. Okay. Chloe versus Mallory. They'd be friends, first of all. That's my first thought. Kind of similar potential villain roles here. It's tough. I do think Mallory is meaner. Yeah. And potentially more fabulous, but Chloe is a better character and is my favorite. More fabulous is tough. We're underrating Chloe's fabulousness here. Yeah, and there's no way to get Pumpkin too high up on the screen. I think we're underrating Chloe's fabulousness because that transformation, just her look, look at the sunglasses on her head. I mean, you can talk yourself into Chloe as more fabulous here. I think so. But I think we need Chloe in the final 4. But look, we're trying to pick from the criteria. Oh, and I have to remember to go back to the chat over here. Yeah, picking Chloe. I think picking Chloe probably. We love Mallory. If she was in more of the show, she's only kind of in the last third. I missed before. Mitch has a more fabulous catchphrase. Yes. Oh yeah. Boosh. Oh yeah. We gotta start saying boosh now. This whole time. Right. That's why Chloe's the 1 seed. She's who you think of. Oh, and she's been akumatized into many things too. Yeah, that's true. Many fabulous Akuma looks. I know Sasha's the biggest upset of the first run. Biggest upset. Okay. People on board for Chloe winning. Good. This is what we're looking for here. So Chloe potentially winning 4-1 in this matchup. As we're gonna move down to our next quarterfinal, Amity versus Pacifica, the Disney Mean Girl matchup. You love to see it. This is a great matchup because you could say that what Dana did with Amity is she said Pacifica from Gravity Falls, except she's going to be good and the love interest, and what a wonderful idea that was. As Pacifica was already a love interest of Dipper, mostly only in the end comics though. So interested as people start getting this going. Look, we're gonna get a glasses change live on stream. I'll try to use the old pair because they're vision. I'm glare resistant. Okay, so yes, there's probably more glare there. Okay, gotta catch up on chat here for this. Where is it? Pacifica's meaner, but Amity's more fabulous. Look at that. She literally has a diamond-shaped earring. Look at that. This is a tough one. I was a huge Pacifica stan during Gravity Falls. She needed more screen time. I love that comic that came out after the show with her. Dip Pacifica forever. I think we can all agree. Can we? I don't know. But people also ship Mabel in Pacifica, which is also good. But I do think Pacifica's meaner. I think Amity's problem advancing in the bracket is that she is not is not mean. She's definitely not the better character. I think Amity in 1 season is already the better character than Pacifica. And Gravity Falls only had 2 seasons, but Pacifica's pretty minor. Green hair, pretty fabulous look. That's what I'm saying. But people are anti-Amity's green hair after we've learned that this is forced upon by her mom. So, yeah, but Pacifica is proto-Amity, and yet Amity has already evolved past Pacifica. But has she evolved too far? I think that's what to win this bracket, I think that's what we're kind of trying to determine. Interesting. Haven't seen Amity at her full mean potential. I mean, I guess if someone hurt lose, right? I guess that's when we'd see. Do you stand Pacifica? I mean, look, we all stand Pacifica here. So, I don't know if that's true. I do. Pacifica's meaner. We'll say Amity's more fabulous, and she's the better character. Again, my favorite is relative to Mean Girl. I do question Amity's Mean Girl credentials. I really don't think she was a Mean Girl for very long. She does step on King's Cupcake. Steps on King's cupcake. We need resolution to that. But yeah, we would have a blonde. Our typical blondes here, Sasha and Pacifica. Sasha got knocked out already. Yeah, is she more mean girl? Yeah, being rich. Look, Pacifica versus Chloe would be a the Spider-Man meme matchup, right? Like, do we want to see that? It would be too. I mean, Chloe would just win because they're the same. But it's tough. So let's go through again. Start get your final picks in here. Meaner, Pacifica. More fabulous, we'll say Amity. Amity's the better character. I'm pending on my favorite. Amity's my favorite in general, but I don't know about my favorite mean girl. People are torn. People are super torn. Yeah, we should make that meme with Chloe and Pacifica. I mean, Sasha's less typical than them, I think. I think so. I think we'll put Amity through as my favorite here. I think it's hard to not say my favorite applies to Amity, who's like literally my favorite character right now. So, well, Amity will squeak out the vote, a fan vote, and my vote here to win. But she's a tough road ahead against Chloe. And I guess we'll do that matchup now because it's what Bracket Maker wants us to do. And then we'll do the other side. So, let's get it on the screen. Chloe against Amity. There's an argument here. We'll just say Miraculous. Okay. And now we gotta center this again. Okay. This is the semifinals matchup. We'll get to the other one in a second. Chloe's meaner. Look, Chloe's meaner. But yeah, Pacifica is always a great mean girl. Chloe's meaner. More fabulous is tough. This is tough. We've talked a lot about Chloe's. Oh, you see me typing it on the screen as I'm watching back 30 seconds. That's interesting. OBS. I think you could say Chloe's more fabulous. Honestly, I mean, I think Amity's look is so good, but which is why I'm resistant to the hair change fan art. But there's also some good stuff there. Amity is my favorite character, but Chloe is my favorite. I mean, I also am a noted Chloe stan. I think Chloe would win my favorite as a mean girl. This is rough, buddy. Yeah, and Amity is the better character. I do think in one season than Chloe. That's not an obvious thing. Like, it's been 3 seasons. But meaner Chloe, more fabulous Chloe, better character. Amity, my favorite Chloe. I'm gonna do 3-1. But I think Chloe is gonna be the vote here anyway. Yeah, we've seen. Look, we just need Amity to get akumatized, and then we can get her full potential as her fabulousness potential. But that's Chloe going to the finals. Okay. Oh, I have to go through this again? Okay, so we're gonna re-put in the first round matchups. Wow, look at that upset though. Okay. Man, I did not choose great images for this side of the bracket. We have Susie versus Weiss. Both, I think, non-traditional mean girls. I think this Eliza's the most traditional on this side of the bracket as a mean girl. But although she's not like I don't know if she's like a straight rival in the show. We're updating the graphic here. Both are pretty nice, honestly. At this point. Yes, we're glad Amity made it this far. I agree. I feel like that was kind of where Amity was destined to win a few matchups, but then probably not win the whole thing because she's not currently a mean girl. Susie, meaner. It's tough. We have Chloe beats all four. All four. Look, I think we're underrating Mitch here. I'm just saying. I think Mitch is. I think it's a Mitch Chloe finals probably, but we're treating this legitimately. Okay. Um, I actually don't think it's Claire who's meaner. I mean, Weiss is definitely nice. Well, look, they're both really nice at this point. Haven't watched either show. I will say watch Summer Camp Out, and I won't say the same for RWBY, but we love Weiss. Weiss is better. These are two great characters. I think more fabulous is probably Susie. She's more fabulous energy. She's the accent. But Weiss is a great current outfit, which I think is her. What we put on the screen here is her current outfit. She has had multiple outfits. She has the rich girl, mean girl aspect that is clearly an important thing for many of these characters. I think Susie will win more fabulous. I don't think it's clear who the better character is. Weiss is my favorite in general. So I mean, I'm torn on both of their mean girl credentials in general. So I'll say Weiss for that one. Meaner is a tough one here because Weiss was pretty mean in the beginning. Susie, we now know, has had a rough past. I won't say more than that. And she is more mean probably throughout the course of the show, I would say. Ooh, she's a mean girl clique. Oh, this is a good point from Angel here. Okay. Weiss, does she even have a... She never really has the clique in the beginning. But yeah, you know, Chloe has her Sabrina subordinate. I guess Sasha had her subordinates in the flashbacks, right? Like, that's kind of what... And I guess the story of Amphibia is the Sabrina, a mean girl subordinate type character, overcoming being part of mean girl cult leaders clique. I think that's the story of Amphibia, honestly. Okay. I think Susie is meaner. It's hard to say Weiss is meaner than anyone because she's just so sweet at this point. But we should not forget her being discriminatory against fondnesses early on. That's pretty mean. But we'll say Susie's meaner and more fabulous. Do think Weiss is the better character and my favorite. But looks like we're going Susie in the chat here as the audience pick. So Susie will win 3-2 over Weiss. Yeah, the minions is a good point. I like this point. Susie moving on as we get to our look at that outline of the image on Eliza. But let's get this up on the screen. We have Mitch from Glitch Checks versus Eliza from Greg of the Creek. We talked about Mitch early on as how other than being a girl, the typical mean girl of the show. Eliza, yeah, trying to find her on here. Okay. I do I'm not qualified to get into this, but I do think it's interesting also that Mitch is black, as I think you'll see most of these mean girls are white. Kind of like the blonde white girl is kind of the typical mean girl, right? So I think that's was interesting to see as we're going through all the contenders here. Clearly the blonde is, we went through the different possibilities here. But I do think Eliza's meaner to start off with on this matchup. I think Mitch is a sweetie. We've learned. Mitch is a sweetie, I think. Eliza's meaner. Mitch is more fabulous. Eliza's very fabulous. Mitch is fabulous mean. That's what I'm saying. Mitch is the typical mean girl. He is fabulously mean. More fabulous goes to Mitch, meaner goes to Eliza. Mitch is the better character. Again, mostly just because Eliza's pretty minor in the show. My favorite would be Mitch, but I do love Eliza. So that's already, I think, 3 in favor of Mitch here. So I think we're also going to put Mitch through on the chat vote. But, you know, look, he's not that mean. We'll see if that hurts him here as we continue. Eliza looks like Pink Diamond and Peach fused. Interesting. I think it should dress as Peach vibes, yeah. Okay, I see it. Good run from Eliza, taking out potentially Sasha, who was a big contender. Maybe we took Sasha out too early, but we're just going by the criteria here. Okay, let's get Susie back on the screen as our last quarterfinal matchup. Semifinal? This is a semifinal matchup of Mitch versus Susie. To see who faces off against Chloe. Yes, rip Eliza. Okay. Where's the... Too many windows. Okay, here we go. She is petty queen. I agree. I agree. Should petty have been a criteria separate from being mean? I think you could argue that. I think so. Let's start to hear what we're saying about Mitch versus Susie here. I think we're getting people on the Mitch train, so that's good. Both are kind of nice. Honestly, Chloe's going to win in Meanness in the finals here. I'm just saying. Chloe's going to beat either of them in terms of Meanness. I think Mitch is more fabulous. I think so. No knock against Susie. She's super fab, but I think Mitch is going to be more fabulous. Better character is tough. These are were these both nominated for our supporting character? I think these are two of the best kind of supporting characters. You could argue Susie's the main character on TV. See, people seem to be leaning towards Mitch so far in our vote. My favorite, yeah, like I think Mitch is more of my favorite at this point, but I do probably would say Susie's a better character. Yeah, you gotta check out these Susie. I mean, she's a cat, which we forget. I forget. Burrito already saying Chloe's the winner. I don't know about that. Look, we're not there yet. Should we put up the better matchup against Chloe, or should we or should we treat it? Okay, let's go through it legitimately again. I actually don't know who's meaner. I don't think we solved that one. Mitch is more fabulous. Susie's the better character. Mitch is more of my favorite. Seems like chat is going Mitch mostly. Do you think probably Mitch is meaner? Is Mitch a catboy? Ooh, Mitch has catboy energy. I don't think he's technically a catboy, but what if we got some cat ears? Like, what if Mitch's headphones were those cat ear headphones? That would. I didn't think it was possible to improve his design, but I think that would do it. You're right. I think they do both have cat energy, honestly. But I think we're gonna go Mitch. I think so. But we're saying who loses to Chloe. I don't know about that. But we're okay. Chat goes Mitch, so Mitch is gonna win at least 3. I think potentially 3 or 4 here. Mitch is moving on to our finals here. Okay. We can put it like this to see more of the bracket. Here we go. Let's get it up on the board. As we have Chloe from Ladybug versus Mitch from Glitchtex. This would have been my pick beforehand, so I don't know if that means I was biased, but there we go, on the screen. Nope, not that one. Let's center it. Mitch cosplays as Cat Noir. This is the type of analysis that we are hoping to get from this live stream. Mitch cosplays as Cat Noir. Is Adrian a mean girl? No, he's too sweet. We love him. He's too sweet, right? I do think Chloe is meaner than Mitch. But Mitch is pretty mean, but we're biased because Mitch was more humanized towards the end. Look, start to get your votes in because this is not clear who's winning this one. Chloe and Mitch cosplaying as Ladybug. I mean, we know Chloe cosplays as Ladybug, and Mitch apparently cosplays as Cat Noir. I mean, if he gets his cat ear gaming headphones, I think that would be step one. Delaney says Chloe's gonna win and is now rooting for Mitch. Yeah, Felix being a mean girl. Adrian is a himbo in training. Is Adrian not already? Cat Noir is definitely a himbo. Is Adrian a himbo? That's my initial thought. I don't. I would say Adrian is. I mean, Felix is more of a villain, but Felix is definitely super mean. Chloe beat out Lila, and look where we are now. Can we go? Chloe did not beat out Lila. Chloe beat Mallory, who beat Lila. This was a good Final Four. Chloe, Amity, Susie, Mitch. Chat seems torn. Okay. Let's go through. Who's more mean? Mitch frequently steals experience points from the main characters and sabotages things. We learn kind of why he is the way he is. Ali says Mitch. Okay, interesting. Adrian's a himbo. Are we doing a himbo bracket next? Is that what we're doing next? Is Respect's woman a part of the himbo? I think you could have a sexist in there, but we just like the respectful himbos, right? Like I think a himbo doesn't need to be respectful and not a jerk. I think himbo is a good idea. Okay, we got some vote. I think Mitch is currently winning the vote. We have some Chloe votes though. Chloe would also steal the experience points. Okay, fair. Okay, look. Well, I think we'll do a himbo bracket. I think next time we do a bracket, I need a co-host. But I think we can do a... Look, see, we're already starting the himbo bracket conversation. Respects women's has to be a part. I know there's been a himbo revolution. Look, a lot of... But himbo did not originally mean respectful. Like, we just like... Is it not that we just like those himbos, the good himbos? Aren't there bad himbos? Or no, are all himbos good? Oh, Greta is being in the himbo bracket. Oh, man. Yep. Himbo does not... Himbo... We can include all genders in the himbo bracket, just like here. We're already starting to cast the himbo bracket. I think we can do that next. We might have to count up the votes here in this Chloe versus Mitch. I don't even know if it's coming down to it. Okay, we'll debate this. Good himbo. Does himbo mean a good person? Yeah, maybe this is me and Delaney next time. Does himbo mean good person? I mean, yeah, I do think people treat it like that now. I agree. I think Chloe's meaner than Mitch. I like the argument where Chloe would do everything that Mitch would do, and she is. But you know, Chloe was. Chloe was goodish for a time. They both had reformish arcs, right? Yeah, that is true. I have also seen that discourse, whether they need to be buff about himbos. That's true. We'll debate that too. Okay. Adora. Oh yeah, you can put Adora in the himbo bracket too. Okay, I like this. This is good. Rad is a himbo. I only put shows I watch on here, by the way, but I think I've seen enough of Rad. We could probably put him on the KKO bracket. Scorpia as a himbo. Look, we're talking more about the next bracket than we are this current finals right now. But yeah, I think everyone in Shiro is basically a himbo. I think that's true. Bo is probably a himbo too. He's pretty smart. We'll have to count up these votes, but I think Chloe's meaner. I think you could argue she's more fabulous. Better character. I don't know. Isn't Chloe my favorite, though? Look, there's 3 potential ones right there for Chloe, even if chat goes Mitch. Yeah, I don't know if Bo's a himbo. He's maybe too smart. He's like too smart, but he acts like a himbo. But yeah, this is a whole tangent about the next. We're losing sight of this super interesting matchup on the screen. Do himbos have to be dumb, or can they just act dumb? Okay. Let's start to count the chat vote. No, let me determine the other 4 first. Okay. Getting too sidetracked here. We're good on time. We're gonna end soon. Meaner, Chloe. Fabulous. I don't know. I don't know better character. My favorite, Chloe. That's 2 for Chloe. Yeah, is Mitch more of a troll and Chloe's more selfish? Oh, people change. Oh no, that's a impactful vote. Okay, we gotta count these. Let's go. We'll vote for Chloe. Another vote for Chloe. Vote for 2 votes for Mitch. I don't know. I'm losing track. Get your final votes in. Put Mitch or Chloe in the chat. Get your final votes in as I determine the other ones. I think Mitch is more fabulous. I feel like that's a clear one for me. Mitch is more fabulous. Chloe has a lot of outfits. Mitch changes hairstyles. Chloe's had more time to be fabulous, maybe more time to be a better character. I think you can make the argument Mitch is a better character. Oh wow, we're split. Look at this. This is coming down to the wire. We have 3, 4 to. I mean, someone repeat. Okay. 4 to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't keep score and host this. Someone tabulate the unique votes. Can someone tabulate the votes? Problem is I'm 30 seconds ahead. Is it it's too tight. How do we figure this out? It's 4-3 Chloe. Mitch is more fabulous. Chloe, I mean, I could change my favorite vote, but I think I just reputation. I think I have to say Chloe's my favorite. I think so. Who's the better character? I think you would probably say maybe Chloe, but Mitch hasn't had as much time. Mitch is winning. I thought it was 5. I thought it was 4-3 Chloe. What's the? Mitch has done more mean stuff in 1 season than Chloe in 3. I don't know about that claim. Chloe's done a lot of mean stuff. Is Mitch really winning 5-3? Can we confirm this? I think that checks out. 2 torn in this finals. I think we have the right finals if we're this torn on it. I think it's hard to say Chloe is not meaner after the season 3 finale. I'm going to say that. Okay, Burrito's going to be the official tallier here. Burrito says 5-4 Mitch. Okay. More fabulous Mitch. 1-1. Meaner Chloe, more fabulous Mitch. My favorite Chloe. 2-1. Chloe's akumatized, true, but she had ill intent. I mean, she did just feel left out. I understand her motivations, but I think if you were to ask the fans, not that they're a good barometer. Better character. It's tough. It's very similar. 5-4 Mitch from chat. Okay. So it's 2-2 then. And then it's just who's the better character, which I do think is Chloe. And I mean, this vote is very close. But I would like to see Mitch win. I think that'd be funny. So maybe I should change my favorite to Chloe or to Mitch, even though Chloe is the better character. Mitch is more of my favorite mean girl than Chloe right now, even if Chloe's more of my favorite character. It's okay. I think my mind has been made up. I think so. Let's look at this. Meaner, Chloe. More fabulous, Mitch. Better character, Chloe. My favorite, in terms of a mean girl, is Mitch. I am kind of rigging it, but I feel like I talked myself into the right call on that, my favorite, because I think it's my favorite as a mean girl. Audience pick is Mitch, so Mitch wins, as close as it can be here, but we're just calling Mitch the winner of the mean girl bracket. There you go. We can save our image or whatever. Official mean girl results. It's Mitch. That was as close as it can be. That is as close as it can be. Save. It's Mitch. The official results. Mitch wins over Chloe in the upset. I did see this coming. I mean, Mitch won by 1 vote in chat, and because of I changed my mind in terms of who's my favorites. That was as close as we can get. Mitch is the new Mean Girl. Unfortunately, I don't think GlitchTax has more episodes, so I don't know if he's like our current Mean Girl status, but Mitch, you did just make history. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, that was fun. Thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out. I do think that was fun. I think this is a fun topic. I think we found our next bracket, which is himbos. I think so. How should I guess I'm okay. I'm going red on the mic there. Submit your picks for himbo list. We could do we do himbo? I think bracket is, but himbo tier list. You could do either, honestly. Yeah, Chloe's upset she lost the Mean Girl bracket and she's akumatized again for the 50th time. I think it checks out. Yeah, look, we're gonna tweet this image at Nickelodeon. Mitch is the #1 Mean Girl, so therefore you got to renew GlitchTax. I think that's what's happening. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you guys. Yeah, I think we just renewed GlitchTax right now. I think that's what just happened. How did Lila lose in the first time? I mean, it's tough. She definitely won mean, but she lost probably everything else. Villains, that's a good one too. Launchpad. Problem is I don't watch DuckTales, but I think that's a DuckTales character. Justice for Mean Girl Mitch. Let's tweet that at Nick. Hashtag. I think that's too long. We're gonna tweet this at Nick and Netflix though. I think we're gonna do that. Thank you guys. Okay, so yeah, if you enjoyed this, turn on notifications, follow us for the next one. Maybe next week, me and Delaney do I don't know, depends on schedules. We could do the himbo bracket. Send in your suggestions. You could make Kim from Ladybug as the Ladybug himbo. Yes. I agree. Supporting character, that's a good one too. I think we'll officially do himbos next. So get your suggestions and you could tell us on the Discord. You could tweet at us. You could comment here. Comment in this video, I guess, your suggestions. The replay will be here. You can comment on the replay. I think that's a good way. You can make a bracket for us. I don't know if I'll guarantee use it, but you can make a bracket and then send it on Bracket Fights. We're going to have some disagreement over... Yeah, okay, people telling me Launchpad's a himbo. That sounds like a fake character, but no, I've heard people talk about that character. Adora, hey Lily, Mitch won. It happened. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Angel. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I do think this was a lot for me talking for an hour 45 minutes straight, so I think we're gonna have someone else. We figured out how to do video, 2 people video on stream, so I think we know how to do that if we want to do that. Bolin is a himbo. Look, all these takes. Look, these are I think Bolin is a himbo. I think so. But people are passionate about who's a himbo, so that's what's happening next. Okay, that's gonna be it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. 20-ish people live. That's not too shabby, I think, for live streaming. We'll see if what we want to do about posting the replay of this as a video. I don't know. This is probably just a live stream. What else is new, Delaney? Other than standing a door for an hour. What else is new? But that's going to do it. We'll need a DuckTales expert, I guess, for the himbos. Apparently that show... I didn't know ducks were himbos. Final Space characters. I don't know who's a himbo from Final Space. Okay, we're going to talk about this. It'll be a hot topic. Leave comments on himbos. Yeah, I know, right? Throat hurts. I guess that's what streaming solo... I guess this is the same thing as streaming solo, but I have to, like... Playing the video game can just play, right? Like, I have to talk here. Yeah, no, thanks, Delaney. Thanks, everyone hanging out. Okay, we're gonna end here. Do I end on YouTube or do I end on OBS? Tough question. I think we're gonna end on YouTube. Oh, but we can just change the scene. Okay. Seuss. Okay, look, I love the Tribor. Good. We'll have to remember all these. I'll probably write some down from the chat. That's it. Thanks, guys. Jesse. Yes, definitely Jesse. Bye.